All right, guys, we're going to go through this together. Let's see how this is started. So we're going to go start a new game, career, and we have 23.4 loaded, and you can see we have every single one of those data files I mentioned loaded, including the sorted out SI fix. This is the Japan League players and staffs, as it says, all of the World Super League add-ons, and yeah, these add-ons from Dave INCID are less than they, I guess, normally would be. I just realized you can't even see me, so that's a lot of fun. Click on confirm here, and we'll go over here to advanced setup because we kind of have to, and this is what it looks like. The game database loads. It's just going to take a second. I do want to show all of this to you so that you know that I'm not doing something evil and cheating or using the in-game editor or doing something weird. We actually do want to add key staff. We do want to prevent use of the in-game editor. We do want to add players to playable teams. Absolutely need to do that. We're going to leave first window transfer activity on. We could not do it, but we will leave it on. See, this I don't understand. In prior FMs, if you use this, it would not allow you to access this other stuff. So whatever, we're not going to put that in. We have, as you can see here, every single player in the world loaded kind of by default because that's the way I roll, baby. And so, yeah, we're going to select Super Leagues 5 and above. We're going to make sure that this starts us off as early as possible, which is this starting date. Yeah, we want to start this off as early as we possibly can. Let's see here. Do we have anything that's earlier than this? I don't think so because I think he's got this set up. I mean, we're not going to go to Super League 5, which I guess would be a little bit earlier, or Super League 4, Super League 3. I think that we just use this. And we'll see what happens. We click on start game, and yes, we do want to start game. And now it's going to take a little while, so I will pause this for a second, then we'll figure it out from here. All right, that took us, probably about 30 minutes or so, and here we are again. We're just going to go ahead and use this profile that looks pretty good. We're not going to worry about too much, I actually, you know what? I have to go back and change that really quick. Let's edit this profile real quick, because we want to change this nationality here. So instead of American, we're going to change this into, tell me this is going to work. Yes. We're going to do South Korean, and then we're going to do a second nationality. Oh, there we are. Of North Korean. And then I'll make sure I can speak English. We'll do a couple of other languages that we know. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this. There we go. And we'll just say that we are born in okay, I'm not quite sure what this is. Not here. There we go. We'll say that we're born in Seoul. There we go. We don't want to be taught about that. We'll go over to body, whatever. So the reason why we want to do that is we just want to see what happens here. We're going to choose FC Seoul, who are predicted to finish 10th here in whatever league we're in. What league are we in, by the way? I'm not sure what league we're in. Let's go take a look and figure out what this is going to be like. So this is what we're going to do. I've done this before. Okay, I see here we're in the A-League, Super League 2. I've done this before in previous versions of Football Manager. And we'll go over, I think, tomorrow some of the rules and the things that we want to come up with to make this an interesting save. We'll just take a quick look over here and look at the structure before we really get too deep into the team. So we're going to be together with a whole bunch of different East Asian teams. I mean, a lot of these are actually Middle Eastern teams, and a number of teams from China, South Korea, and so on. We're going to be in Super League 2, which means that if we look at the structure here, we're going to be a little bit far away from being able to get into the Premier League itself. We look into the rules. You can see that we have 3 teams promoted to Super League 1. And once you get to Super League 1, you only get, again, 2 teams actually are promoted up to the Premier League, which is interesting. So the structure here has changed quite a bit. And yeah, you go from up there straight up to the Premier League. Premier League, of course, because we're using the 96 club version, is much different and is going to have a whole ton of relegations and a whole bunch of like totally like wild and crazy stuff happening. We're going to worry about that when we get to it, though, of course. So we will use Seoul here in what is called the A League. Yeah, man, look at this. There's so many different leagues that it's not even going to display all the way. Good job. That's kind of the way that we want to do this. So we'll make this nice and really confusing. And it's going to take a while to figure out exactly how many teams we're up against. But there is sort of like this kind of pyramid effect that goes on. I'm actually kind of interested in looking by myself before we choose this at exactly what Super League 5 especially looks like, just to see what type of teams that they have there. That's where kind of the fun is. I'm not quite ready to do that type of save because taking like, say, a semi-pro team in this structure and moving them up and playing with them would be really difficult. But yes, there they are, Harlem. For a long time, I was planning on doing a save with Harlem in which we would take the team with the lowest reputation in this entire Super League structure, World Super League structure, and try to turn them into something. We can go over to Sandy Gate, which has 250 seats, and turn it into something big. Harlem were an interesting team to do that with. So that's what we were looking for. But yeah, of course, we're going to go with FC Seoul this time around because I'm not necessarily planning on playing this for like 2 years or whatever it's going to take. And so we'll go with that. Managerial style, we're going to keep with the full badges and the full playing experience, sort of because we're a little bit further up in the league, and I need to have that reputation as well, just in case we have to sell some dead wood at first. I say that again because of experience, because I've learned in trying to do this before in previous versions of Football Manager that if you don't have the reputation, you can get players really upset with you quickly just for selling guys and doing things that are sort of obvious and natural. So there you go. We click on confirm here, and then we wait, and then this should pop up for us. So there you have it. That's sort of the beauty and the glory of World Super League when you start off a little bit further down. Only $13.25 thousand per week is the salary, and this is going to be a lot of fun. It should be pretty interesting. I'll take you through these screens right here quickly. What's going to happen is we're going to, let's see, we do want to have that. Don't want the inter squad friendly. I'm going to confirm everything. I think I did click on confirm. And we will go ahead and save this here. There you go. And we are ready for the new save. So what's going to happen here on this channel is tomorrow we'll have, as usual, 2 videos. We're going to go through tomorrow. We're going to talk about some of the rules that we're going to create for this save because we're going to make this a little bit more difficult. Again, because I've played through this before and I've tried this before, we want to make sure that FC Seoul continue to be a Korean team and that they don't like somehow accidentally turn into like a foreigner-only team. We're not really interested in doing that. I'll show you a little bit too about like what I do for finding staff and how I like to set stuff up because nobody really ever talks about that. The search for staff is the part that I hate about Football Manager more than anything else. I mean, it's such a waste of time, but you kind of have to do it yourself because the technical whatever it is that you hire, I can't remember the term for it, but the thing that SI made to make it easier for you sucks. It doesn't work. It doesn't help. It's just a waste of your time. So don't do it. You got to do it yourself. And we'll see what happens from there. But that's the way that we have this one set up. And this is going to be a save that should last us quite some time. I'll talk with you again tomorrow, and we'll go into more detail about exactly how we set this up and how we turn this into a little bit of fun. Talk to you then. Bye.